Gush Etzion Regional Council is a collection of yeshuvim, or suburban communities, located just south of Jerusalem. The communities of Gush Etzion are a 15 to 45-minute car ride from cities like Beit Shemesh, Jerusalem, and Beitar. Almost all of the medical, shopping, and general amenities that we need, we can find them locally. While the population of the communities in Gush Etzion are all Jewish, the population of each community differs. That's the beauty of Gush Etzion, is that everyone can find one community that fits their dreams exactly. Some of the yeshuvim are Haredi or Yeshivish, some are religious Zionist, some are a mix of observant and more secular Jews. Residents hail from all over the world, including Israel, North America, South America, Russia and the Ukraine, Europe, Australia, and South Africa. The Gush Etzion Regional Council consists of 22 different communities. We'd be more than happy to meet with you and tell you about each one of them. In this video, we will focus on the communities that have a significant amount of Anglo or English-speaking residents. Gush Etzion is split into two main areas, like counties, east and west, with about a 20-minute drive between them. Eastern Gush Etzion is on the edge of the desert, overlooking the Dead Sea. Besides for its stunning views, the Eastern Gush offers mild winters and cool summer nights. The biggest yeshuv in this area is Tekoa, just 15 minutes from Jerusalem. 900 families live in Tekoa, made up of a diverse gamut of religious, traditional, and secular lifestyles. What's unique about Tekoa is that Jews with different beliefs don't just live side by side, but engage in the same communal activities and support system. Tekoa is known for its spirituality, nature, artists, and cultural events.
It's a very warm community, very welcoming, especially among English speakers. We have a strong, cohesive, supportive community amongst us. It feels like coming home.
We live really close to Yerushalayim, and I go a lot with my friends to the shuk, to the mall, and we have really fun time there.
Tekoa is known for being a very artistic community. So when Tura mentioned that there's like constant activities, it's for adults but also for children. So like lots of concerts, just so much creativity here.
The Haredi and Yeshivish yeshuvim of Ma'ale Amos and Meitzad are also on this side of Gush Etzion. Ma'ale Amos is the fastest growing community, currently at 120 families, but quickly growing to reach up to 1,000 in the next 5 or 10 years. Housing in the new projects are already for sale. Ma'ale Amos is a very warm and welcoming yeshuv. The rabbi is a native English speaker, and some of the yeshuv's founders are veteran olim, who are very much looking forward to welcoming new English-speaking families of all ages. The western side of Gush Etzion, located in the same area as Efrat, is 10 minutes from Beitar and 15 minutes from Jerusalem. These yeshuvim are suburban, family-oriented communities with playgrounds and greenery. Because we are in the mountains, our summers are less hot than the rest of the country. And when snow falls in Israel, we are one of the first few areas to experience it.
The weather is amazing. We experience 4 real seasons in the year, which is unusual for Israel. You need a winter coat, but in the summer it is wonderful. There's a light breeze in the afternoon. It doesn't get too hot. It's not very humid.
The neighborhoods on the west side of Gush Etzion are religious Zionist yeshuvim, where Jews from all over the world and different backgrounds live together in observant communities.
Things that really struck me when I came here, back then, was that there was one shul at the time. There was the idea that everyone's going to daven together. And so I asked, but what about someone's Nusach Ashkenaz, Nusach Sfard? And they said, yes. I said, whoever's the chazan, he davens his way and everybody joins. And I thought that was beautiful. I liked it that there was one rabbi, one rav for the community. There's only one Tnuat Noor, one youth movement. Here it's B'nai Kiva. And this way the kids don't have to think, oh, well, my friend is going to Ezra, my friend is going to this, where do I belong? Everybody belongs together.
These neighborhoods are closed to cars on Shabbat, and the restaurants and grocery stores are all kosher. Neve Daniel, Elazar, and Alon Shvut are religious Zionist suburbs, while Bat Ayin has a more rural feel and is known for its Hasidic influence and holistic approach.
Coming from a progressive, traditional Jewish community in the United States, it really was wonderful for us to come to Alon Shvut, where it's a very serious learning community. It's very traditional and it's very modern at the same time.
No matter where you walk in Gush Etzion, east or west, you're walking in the footsteps of our forefathers, living in the exact part of the land mentioned in Tanakh. Our children grow up with a strong sense of heritage and pride. We have ancient mikvaot and wine presses in our backyards, and our children can show you the ancient route to Jerusalem used by Avraham Avinu, as well as Jews on their way to the Beit HaMikdash for the festivals. Many of the local schools celebrate Chumash parties at Marat HaMachpelah, or the Kotel, and their learning comes alive in the places where it actually happened. Which brings us to our next topic, education.
Gush Etzion is known for being one of the best school districts in the country. Our 15 elementary schools and 7 high schools include diverse educational options so that almost every child can learn in an atmosphere that's best suited to his or her needs. We have religious public schools, semi-private schools, Haredi schools, mixed schools where children from diverse religious and secular backgrounds learn together, a Breslov-influenced school, and a school that mainstreams children with special needs. Most schools have small classes to accommodate children with learning disabilities. For younger children, each yeshuv has its own daycare, as well as preschools for 3-year-olds through kindergarten, usually just a short walk from home. Most high schoolers attend one of the 7 yeshiva high schools and ulpanot that we have in the area. Many travel to schools in Jerusalem, Beitar, Beit Shemesh, and others dorm all over the country. The schools here are used to welcoming new Olim students and have experience helping them integrate in a supportive environment. New Olim students also receive Ulpan hours with a special Ulpan teacher during their school day, in addition to all the extra help they get.
Teachers were very helpful. They always spoke slower to me. They took me out. They taught me how to read and write in smaller groups or one-on-one. And thank God, it really, school-wise, I was totally okay.
The process of making Aliyah, we know, is not simple, but because we know and understand what it entails, we give all the help we can.
There are extracurricular activities galore for every age, including sports groups, competitive sports teams, community theater, youth choirs and bands, art classes, science classes, and more. Informal education is very strong here, and youth groups are very popular. Teenagers often serve as counselors for younger children, join volunteering programs such as MADA, and have their own activities led by the youth coordinators in each yeshuv, and we even have NCSY.
Tuesdays, we get together and we have a peulah, like an activity, and we play sometimes capture the flag, soccer.
I was a chanich in Bnei Akiva until 9th grade, and then since 10th grade I've been a counselor there, and I love it. I really do. We just finished this big month of Bnei Akiva, which is a really intense month, and it was amazing, and I really like it. And you feel like you're part of something bigger and helping, and there's something me'ever.
Children on yeshuvim grow up with a lot of independence. There is a strong sense of safety within the communities, and children walk to friends and activities, ride their bikes, and play outside freely.
What I like most about living in Gush Etzion is the freedom that the children have while they're growing up. I feel very safe here inside the yeshuv. On Shabbat, there's no cars driving around, and the kids are free to walk to their friends' houses. And it's very good. It's really healthy for them that they have this sense of independence.
They grow up with a sense of belonging to Am Yisrael, are very active, and take pride in their communities.
This brings us to the last, but in no way the least, element of Gush Etzion, community. As opposed to cities, the neighborhoods in Gush Etzion are yeshuvim kihilatiyim, community-oriented neighborhoods. Each yeshuv has committees of volunteers who ensure that there are resources and activities for every age and stage. There are welcoming committees, education committees, cultural committees, young couples committees, young at heart committees for older members of the community, and even Olim committees. Many Olim integrate by finding their volunteer niche. Chesed is integrated into the daily life, and neighbors look out for each other while respecting each other's privacy. There are many community events for those that wish to participate, including both social events and educational programming for couples, parents, new mothers, men, women, and senior citizens. The large concentration of English speakers in Gush Etzion makes it a soft and natural landing pad for many Anglo-Olim. Our Yeshuvim have Olim committees who run programming in English and go out of their way to help newcomers feel at home. Unlike other Anglo areas, however, Gush Etzion tends to be less of an English-speaking bubble, and Olim here find themselves practicing Hebrew with Israeli neighbors and integrating into the general Yishuv life.
As Olim coordinators, we are here to help you from the moment you decide to come until you are settled and beyond. We will help you find the right community and schools, connect you to Ulpan and other local resources, and most of all, be a friendly face in the municipality. Our employment program can help connect you to job opportunities, prepare you for interviews, fix up your resume, and even offer courses for retraining.
Coming home to Israel is very fulfilling, but it is also challenging. We encourage you to talk with all of the families who have made Aliyah to Gush Etzion before you come, to get an idea of what to expect. The veteran Olim here are happy to welcome you into their network, share their tips, and offer support. And we will be here to hold your hands and walk you through the process. We look forward to meeting you in Gush Etzion.